So good morning, it's Patsy. I said yesterday I'd got a couple of decks coming, so I thought I'd pop on today. I'm not sure if I'll have time to show you both. Depends on how long it records for. But if not, I'll do it in two separate ones. The first one that I've come on to show is this one, the Crystal Visions Tarot. This is something I've been seeing for a while, and I liked the colouring in it, and as I've said recently, you know, that I am drawn to Fae energy, and these are Fae based. So these are a US game system, just comes in the little flip box. I love the colouring of these. They're by Jennifer Galasso, and it says on here, oh, turn it the right way around. Fantasy artist Jennifer Galasso renders traditional tarot symbolism in a unique style with ethereal fairy imagery and a vibrant colour scheme inspired by the four seasons and the four elements. The Crystal Vision deck includes an unknown card for gazing into the future or exploring issues with deeper insight. So there's 79 cards in here. I opened them last night and had a quick thumb through, but I haven't really looked at them, and I've kept them in oh dear, you know, the way it's supposed to be. My head's not working this morning. I'm feeling a bit better, but I'm still a bit woozy head. So you get, that's the backs of them, and that card is just about Jennifer Galasso, so that's just about the author. So I know that I'm going to need to trim the white edges off. I have seen them trimmed, and they look a lot better with them trimmed. So I knew when I ordered them that I would have to trim them. But I adore these backs. The backs are gorgeous. So that's just a spare card. I'll practice on that one when I do the trimming. And then you get a little white book. And even though it's a little white book, it's full right from start to finish. There's no pictures or anything inside, it's just the writing, and you just get a short part on each card. But that's not a problem. Oh, see what's in the front? I think it just goes straight into the card. Just an introduction, then just goes straight into the card. Then at the back it's reading with the cards and the Celtic cross. They usually put the Celtic cross, don't they? And then you've got a couple of blank pages for notes to write in. So that's the little book that you get. So let's have a look at the cards. They feel lovely. I mean, they're a US game, so their card stock is normally quite good anyway. I just love the colouring of these. This is the Fool. There's a female. The Magician. Not sure what I think about the Magician, but you always get a few cards that the High Priestess, sorry. The Empress. The Emperor. The colours in these cards are so vibrant. The Hierophant, I can't say that's a particularly favourite Hierophant of mine, but it is what it is, and that's what the Hierophant is in most decks. The Lovers. The Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Justice. The Hanged Man. Death. Temperance. The Devil. Sorry about that break in the recording, but a parcel man decided to make a delivery. Isn't it always the case? Right, so we're up to the tower. I quite like that tower card. The star. The moon. I quite like how that does the moon phases. The sun. Judgment. I like the world card. This is the unknown card that isn't numbered, obviously, and wherever it falls it sort of points you into where you may need to look at something a bit deeper. So there we're going on to minor arcana. It starts at the king. So we've got the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, it's a beautiful Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups, Eight of Cups, I love that one too, Seven of Cups, and then we're on to Six of Cups. It's a pretty card. Five of Cups, and the Four, Three, I love the Ace of Cups, I think that's really pretty. So that's the cups. So we're now going on to the swords. King. There's the Queen. The Knight. Page. The 10, depicted mainly as it is in a lot of decks. Can't say that's my favourite way of being depicted, but there you go. The 9, the 8, that's my stalker card. Most decks stalk me with that one. 7, 6, ooh, the 5, okay, she's been stabbed in the back. The 4, the 3, 2, and there's the Ace. Now I know they said that it was fairy inspired, but a lot of the images seem more angel based than fairy. Just my thoughts. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Knight, Page, 10, I like how each of the individual suits are kind of colour coordinated, so you have got the green for the pentacles and then you had that like icy blue for the swords. What was the other colours? Pinks for the cups. It's the 5, 4, 3, 2, and the Ace of Pentacles. I like that card. Excuse me. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. You can see all the fiery colours in them. I like the Ten of Wands, but then that's because I like native American. Looks a bit grainy on here today. So I hope you can see these because they are very vibrant. The 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Like I said, I will take these borders off because you really don't need these, but can you imagine how these are going to pop out once these borders are done and taken away? I think they'll stand out so much better. I might even get on doing that this afternoon before I even start to work with them. And then there we've got the Ace of Wands. So that is the Crystal Visions Tarot by Jennifer Galasso. And like I said, they are pretty cards. I do think there's quite a few angelic rather than fairy based ones, but hey. But I will take those borders off because they would look so much better without any borders on. I don't understand why you would put all these beautiful colours in and then edge it with a white border. It seems a bit crazy to me. A bit crazy. But, you know, like I said, the cardstock is typical US Games cardstock. So the cardstock is perfectly nice. And I love the colouring in them. So I think this afternoon my job for me is going to be to trim an edge and get to know them while I'm doing that, because when you do that you spend so much time looking at one card and what have you. I think it's a good way of connecting with them anyway. And like I said, sometimes borders doesn't bother me, sometimes it does, and these ones bother me because the colourings are so beautiful. Why would you bung a white thingy round them? Don't know. But anyway, so that's the Crystal Visions, which I had seen for a while, and I'd kept looking at them, and they was on offer in Amazon, so I went ahead and I purchased those. Let's put the spare card in there, what you get. I'll practice on that and see how it trims. Right, so I didn't do too long with that one, so we'll go on to the next one. What I got is the Fairy Oracle, Arthur Rackham and Jamie Elford. Again, fairy based, because at the minute I'm being drawn quite a lot to fairy energy. So this one I'd seen around for a while and I kept going back to it, and I love the Arthur Rackham imagery, but I'm not sure that, because there's no keyword or anything on the actual images, which I'll show you, I wasn't sure. So, but I've gone ahead and I bought it anyway, because if nothing else, I love the images and I'll make a picture out of it or something. But the boxes are really lovely. It feels really nice. It's like a real matte box. It's by Lo Scarabeo, and it's one of the flip boxes. The box feels really nice. I don't know what, it's completely different. It's like a textured feeling. You get your book, but again, because it's Lo Scarabeo, you've got all those different languages in there, so you've only actually got pages up to advice up to page 30, and then it goes into the other languages. You've got two spreads at the end, the fairy ring, which is just 4 cards, and advice from the fairies, which is 2 cards. So and then the rest is just a little bit about the fairy oracle and fairy lore, time period, and then going straight into the card meanings. So there's the little book. Now I think with this you're either going to have to, I did have a look last night, and I think that your best thing to do with these cards is to read them intuitively, or learn the book, or unless you're going to have the book with you and just keep turning to the book every time you want to. Or you could even write in a keyword, I suppose, on the bottom of the card. Do you know what I mean? I've not decided yet. I think with me it's going to be intuitively. But that's the backs. The backs are gorgeous. And these have no borders, even though the back is showing a border. The actual images don't show a border. So These are not going to be in order because, like I said, I was having a look at them last night in a shuffle and what have you, and they shuffle lovely. The cardstock is really good. Again, it feels like kind of, the back's smooth, but the front feels kind of like a textured, like I say, Low Scarabeo, and the artwork, Arthur Rackham. So there we go. See, there's so much in these images that you could pull whatever you was drawn to at the time of a reading, and they could read completely different every time. This one, snooping out the sign out of the tulip field. See, they only have like a number at the bottom, just there. This one. All the, there's one this side doing his knitting, look. Sits there doing its knitting. They're quite dark cards, so I hope you can see. But there's so much in these cards that, like I said, you could spend ages looking at these and draw different things out all the time. So here we go, this one. This one. Little baby fairy having a ride. I don't know if you can see this one, you see? I said my lighting isn't too great today because it's so dull and dismal outside again. Okay. Is he making a wish? Little fairies marching on there. But like I said, the images, there's so much going on when you look close up to them. I mean, this one's a bit of a creepy old one coming out of the sky there, look. Cute. That's the one what's on the front of the box. They're very Victorian in style, obviously, because of the time period. But they are cute, and like I said, even if I don't use them as a as an oracle, okay, be careful the fairies don't pop in and nick the baby. I could even do a collage or something and frame these because I just love the images. But I'm going to spend some time with the images, the run up to Christmas, and see how I get on, because they are lovely, and like I said, there is so much in the images to pick out of. It'll be interesting to see how they work. I did pull myself a couple of cards with it last night, and for myself it made total sense, but whether or not this they would work for other, you know, when you're reading for other people, I don't really know. I will have to give them a go. If anybody's got these out there, I'd be interested to see how you read these and how you find they read. Like I said, that this is sort of like my first impression of really looking. I just had a flick through last night and laid a couple. There's a spider's web there. But I think these are sort of cards that I'm going to need to sit with and journal on even, because they're so in-depth in their images. But they are a lovely card. I didn't say how many, did I? I don't know how many cards you get in here. Let's have a look. A magical place out of time. The Fairy Oracle is a Victorian age renaissance full of poetry, glamour and mystery. It's a personal, intimate journey into the moonlit tales of the good folk. Doesn't say how many cards there is in the deck. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't. 36, there we go. Welcome to the Fairy Oracle. This 36 card divination tool explores the Victorian fairy realms and our own connections with it. The theme in this deck expresses a wide variety of emotions and concepts known to all of humanity. Use this deck to inspire your world and to let the fairies of the old ways help to answer your questions. If you look closely at the images on the card, you'll see hidden figures peering back at you, waiting to tell their stories. The Oracle of the Good Folks features artwork by Arthur Rackham, who lived from 1867 to 1939. He was a fantasy painter whose illustrations grace the pages of children's books. So, 36. And I know I saw yesterday that there is going to be a release in an Arthur Rackham tarot, which is exciting because I do love his work, so I shall be looking forward to that coming out in 2019. But let's just pull ourselves a card and just see, let's just see what comes up, shall we? So, let's just ask for a card for today. Be interesting to see what, and then I'll go to the book and it'll give you an idea of what it says in the book, and it doesn't give you an awful lot. So, there we go, we'll just have, I love this one. So there we go. That's the image that, see the fairies all amongst the bushes and everything. So let's have a look. So this is number 29. So let me just find 29 in the book. This is personal celebration. That's what the book says. A boy blows his panpipes while sitting on a mushroom. Down beneath him, a crowd of fairies dance and honour the moment along with him. The sky dims, suggesting this party has been going on for a long time. The meaning: you are an amazing being who has done incredible things in your life. Revel in who you are and what you have accomplished. Share these achievements with those around you. Your friends will be there to cheer you on. So that's the kind of message that the book gives. Okay, so that's the card that we got. So that's a message to take away today. It'd be interesting to know your thoughts, and if you've got this, or whether you're sort of drawn to the images and the Crystal Visions Tarot as well. Be interesting to hear everybody's point of view on that one, but that's one I'm definitely going to have to trim. And I'll be back soon. Bye.